Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Board of Health meeting Monday, December 11th, 2023. We do have a public hearing tonight concerning sanitary code in 91 Whitman Street here in East Bridgewater. Are the parties present?
One is, right?
I'm the landlord.
You're the landlord?
Landlord, yeah.
Okay. All right, so we've got some other business to attend to. The public hearing schedule to start at 5:15. We'll give all parties a few more minutes to gather and get ready.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so invoices. We have Jean Marie's mileage reimbursement of $460.73. And I believe that's on the spreadsheet. Is that-
Rob, everything's right here on the agenda only today.
Okay,
Yep. But her packet's complete. I have it for you to sign.
okay. Okay, we also have postage reimbursement for Jean Marie for $19.49. So we'll take those two, and I'll entertain a motion to pay those two reimbursement invoices as presented.
I'll make a motion to pay the invoices.
Okay, there's a motion. Andrew, do I have a second?
I will second.
Okay, second, Tom. Any further discussions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that passes. And then we have an invoice from Amazon for $25.35. I'll make a motion that we pay that invoice as presented. So that's motion Lyons. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, second Andrew. Any further discussions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so that passes unanimously. Minutes, so our minutes from November 20th, 2023. Okay, so I'll make the motion that we accept the minutes as presented. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Second, Andrew. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it passes. Okay, so disposal system construction permits. We have a local upgrade variance and 230 Walnut Street in East Bridgewater. Jean Marie?
Yep. They're asking for a local upgrade approval to drop from 5 feet of separation to groundwater to 4 in less than 2 minute-inch perks. And a variance to allow the use of a sieve analysis instead of a perk rate.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion that we accept the variance as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept
Okay,
it.
motion Andrew, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second Tom. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That passes. Okay, 2024 renewal permit. The list's getting smaller and smaller here, folks.
It is.
That means we're
So
getting.
the food establishment, the ones that are presented tonight are complete, and their applications are complete. So to just throw out a number, we only have, out of 67 establishments, we only have 5 that are outstanding.
Okay, great, that was good.
Yep.
That's what I was gonna ask. Excellent, very good. Okay, so I will entertain a motion that we accept the food establishment permits as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept them.
Okay. Motion, Andrew. Do we have a second?
I will second the motion.
Okay, second, Tom. Any further discussions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That passes. Okay, mobile food truck permits. We have one new creation coffee, and one renewal, Wicked Flavor. Okay.
And the applications are complete.
Are they complete? Okay. That's done, okay. Okay, so I'll make the motion that we accept the new permit and the renewal for the mobile food truck permits. So that's motion Lyons. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Second, Andrew. Any further discussions? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, pool permit, indoor-outdoor pool for the Y.
So.
Two different
you wanna
pools.
talk about those?
So this year, what I said to them was, why don't you pay for both your pool permits at once? They have an indoor pool that's open 12 months out of the year.
They have what?
An indoor pool that's.
Oh, yeah, right.
And then they have outdoor pool that's basically seasonal.
Yeah, sure.
Goes to the camp. So the indoor pool, we renew, and I do inspections every 6 months on it, like I do foods. The outdoor pool, I inspect upon getting the water in there and getting the chlorine balance, so that's like May-ish. So that we give out the permit when that's all done, when they're ready to open. Because that goes basically with the camp. So that's the 2 pool permits for them.
So just, so we're gonna approve the pool permit, the outdoor pool permit, even though it's not being used between now and,
It's more of an ease for them to just pay all the licenses at once.
okay, fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll accept a motion that we accept the 2 pool permits as presented.
I'll make a motion to move.
Okay, Tom, motion, Tom. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second, Andrew. Any further discussions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so that passes. Okay, we have one installer permit renewal, RJ Gabriel Construction out of Bridgewater.
His application's complete.
Application's complete, thank you. Okay, so I will make the motion that we accept the Gabriel Construction Company installer permit. That's motion Lyons. We have a second.
I'll second.
Second, Tom. Okay, any further discussions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so that passes. Okay, how are we doing here?
Great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 5 hauler permit renewals. Okay, I'm gonna make a motion that we accept all 5 as presented. Everything's all,
Complete.
Okay.
Yep, and this is for the septic hauler permit
Yep.
versus then the
Thank-
next one's the rubbish. So
Okay, thank you.
separate.
okay, so this will be motion Lyons to accept as presented. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Second, Andrew. Any further discussions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that passes. And we have one rubbish hauler permit renewal for Republic Services. Again, I'll make the motion that we accept that. So that's motion Lyons. Second,
I'll second that.
okay, second, Andrew. Any further discussions? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
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 Aye, that passes. Then we have 3 body art practitioners, all renewals.
Actually, Rob, I'm sorry, on the, you have 2 practitioner permits, the first 2, and then the third one is the establishment permit.
Okay, so the
Yes.
building itself, okay, all right, so we'll do that separate. Okay, so for the first 2 practitioner permits, for Stephen Dezati and Louis Gomes, I'll make a motion that we accept those permit renewals as presented. So that's motion Lyons. Do I have a second?
I will second.
Okay, a second Tom. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and then we have the establishment permit for Mass Inc. Here in town. So I will, again, make the motion that we accept their renewal permit. So that's motion Lyons. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, a second Andrew. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so then we have, I thought we voted on this last time, but maybe not.
If you want to come back to, I had to bring
Okay.
it up because, yeah, I'll
No
go
worries.
over that and then the budget after we do the hearing.
Public hearing.
Okay. Do we have another meeting after this one in December?
No.
No, this is our last meeting, that's why, but I'll touch
Okay.
base on that when we get.
Okay,
get
that's
back
what I
to it.
thought. All right. Okay, has everybody had a chance to take a look at the schedule?
If you want to talk about the schedule right now, Rob, yes, the board did approve the 2024 schedule 2 meetings ago, but after Jean Marie and I were speaking, and we just got our budget package, the budget for 2025 is due January 11th, so we did not have a meeting due to holidays in January, so the reason that you're seeing this schedule is because we put in a January 8th meeting.
Right, so that's what's different.
That's
so
what's different out of the whole
Right.
schedule. It's
Yeah,
the
that's what's
January
revised.
8th
Okay,
is different.
all right.
So if you want to make a motion on that.
Yeah,
just
we'll
read that,
accept we'll vote on the supplemental, or the changes for the 2024 meeting schedule. Okay, so, as we just heard, we had to infuse a meeting into mid-January based off of calendar constraints and budgeting timelines. So we now have a new proposed Board of Health meeting scheduled for 2024. So I'll make the motion that we'll accept the meeting schedule for 2024 for the Board of Health as presented, with the addition of January 8th as the revised makeup meeting. So that's motion Lyons. Do I have a second?
I will second.
All right, second Tom. Any further discussions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Where did it go? Okay, so we get the schedule out of the way. Okay, so, budget for 2025?
The budget for 2025, you have the material. This is the packet, and it's highlighted in yellow, just stating that it's due on the 11th. They are requesting that it's a level-funded budget, so the only, if you turn to page 3 in your packet, you'll see the Excel spreadsheet, and you'll see over on the left-hand side, it's in red. I'm just holding it up too, so you guys can just make sure that you have it and see in the red. The only thing that will be adjusted on this is the salary figures. and I calculated those for fiscal year 2025. Everything else will be level funded. You'll also notice that on page, if you go to the next page, I just gave for your information only, it's showing you the management report. And this has been printed out till the end of November 2023. The first is the general fund. That money in there is the Bridge Street landfill project. That's a capital project, and we just have to make sure that that goes forward for fiscal year 2025. Then you see, underneath it, I highlighted Board of Health. So this is everything that you're really going to make a motion on, with the adjustment of the salary increases per contracts. And then this next page is, this is the WPAT, the Special Revenue Fund. That's the Betterment Loan Fund. So that will
Right,
show
yep.
you there. And then the last page, they just have it. I think it's just a placeholder. That was where COVID funding showed up. So we're just requesting that the board, we're meeting again January 8th.
Right.
If you have any questions, you can look over the packet,
Yep.
but it's going to be level funded, in exception of the rate, of the increase, salary
Salaries.
increases.
But the board will have time to digest this.
Yeah, you can look at that, and we can-
Right,
and you
then
can
we'll
make-
vote on the 8th.
Absolutely.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
that's why we did it.
Okay.
We just got it, so.
And if you have any questions in the meantime, give me a call.
Okay, all right. What I'd like to do, Jean Marie, was what did I do with my agenda here? Here we go.
Do you want mine?
Okay, so that takes care of that. We're gonna slide over to the hearing. Okay, so at this time, we're going to start the public hearing in regards to state sanitary codes for 91 Whitman Street, East Bridgewater. So, Jean Marie, do you want to give us an updated overview? And are the parties here? Okay.
Yes, they
So what we'll probably do is, we're gonna have Jean Marie go through what she sees, and then,
So I comment while she does it or after? Just wait till.
let's wait till after, yeah.
I'll be pretty quick.
Yep.
This hearing is being called to consider whether the housing conditions of the dwelling at 89 Whitman Street, which have been cited in violation since November 21st, are conditions that are deemed to endanger or materially impair health or safety, warrant an order to condemn and an order to vacate until all violations are corrected. I was, Mr. Garcia, who's the one on the left, is the tenant, and he has a child under 5 living with him. He contacted the office November 16th and put his concerns in writing. So I went out to do the required inspection on the 21st. Order letter was sent on the 22nd. There are 4 areas deemed to endanger or materially impair health or safety. Those are electrical, refrigeration temperatures, safety issues that we were concerned about. At that time, he did have heat and hot water. It was intermittent. Code requires that you not have it for at least 24 hours. So I told him to call me if he hit that point. November 25th, he emailed me and said he had been without heat and hot water for 24 hours. That was a Saturday, so the 27th, I went out to do my second inspection and verified that we didn't have heat and we didn't have water. The unit there is what they call a tankless hot water heater. It's all combined into one. It's probably about maybe 25, 30 years old, somewhere in that vein. The heat was 61 degrees. That was those cold days we had. And the hot water was just room temperature. I sent out an order letter the 28th. And then I did another inspection December 1st. The heating was now being done by electrical heaters. We're getting 61 and 70 in the rooms. Code requires specific temperatures between 60 and 65 from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. night hours, and 65 and above during the day. So we weren't hitting the temperature readings. The other things that we found originally on the 25th still existed. The railing was up, but the steps did not have a safety railing on them. The electrical fan, in the child's room, when you turn it on, the fan goes on and the light goes on, and she's on the second floor she's on a bunk bed. The top bunk bed is very close to that light and that fan. I called him on December 4th. He said he had heat and hot water, but the plumber had been in, and they had some problems with water in the basement, and I told him what to do to take care of that. And then sent out the public hearing notice because of the outstanding violations that hadn't been repaired. He has 2 separate levels in there. One is emergency type ones, the heat, the hot water, the fan, the electrical. The other one are ones that have to be fixed by the 30th, and that 30-day inspection date is December 27th. So we haven't hit that second level yet. Under the code, the board does not have a lot of options. If you look at the bottom, it says what you can do. You can initiate court action in Brockton Housing Court. It would be for the fan and the light, which are connected together. You can assess fines under the ticketing bylaw. Each and every day can be a separate fine. It's $50 a day. Or you can fine only when I did the inspections and verified the violations. And then the last and most restrictive would be order an apartment or a unit condemned, in which the landlord would then have to put the tenants up in housing until the unit's fixed or the lease runs out. So those are kind of the only options we really have. We're not allowed in code to extend beyond 30-day repair. I'm just trying to get those things missing, get them moving in the right direction, basically. The second, I'll have a letter underneath that says what violations are outstanding, what needs to be fixed. Like I said, the only one I'm concentrating on for this hearing are the 4 on the first page, first and second page.
Okay. Jean Marie, thank you. Does the board have any questions for Jean Marie before we chat with the folks?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so, Mr. Garcia, why don't you come on up and have a seat? Now, we are here only to discuss the occupancy issues and the code violations that were just brought up. Any other issues between the two of you, or that's for you to solve outside this room? But we're here for occupancy, safety, and standards. So why don't you just, if you could please just tell us your full name and address?
Manuel Garcia, 91 Whitman Street, East Bridgewater.
So where is 89 coming from? I'm seeing,
They're duplexes.
okay, so once, gotcha, all right.
Yeah.
I apologize.
The owner,
Yep.
landlord
gotcha.
lives at 89.
Easy enough, okay. I'm sorry, continue.
Yes, the Manuel Garcia, 91 Whitman Street, East Bridgewater, Mass.
What can we do to help? What's going on? What do you still
so-
see as some of the issues, or?
Yeah, so the homeowner was recently at the property. He addressed the holes in the basement wall where the wire is coming out. He put plywood over it and secured it and painted it black, so that issue is resolved. The electrical outlet cover that was above the mount, the TV mount in the basement, was covered as well. The plumber did come in and make a temporary fix to the heating system. He indicated to me that a new boiler needed to come in. The owner had indicated that as well. They're just waiting for it to come in so they can replace the boiler. The system is still leaking. The heat and hot water still is coming in and out, but I do have heat and hot water, but it's still intermittent. The ceiling fan in the bedroom was
Your daughter's bedroom.
yes, my daughter's bedroom was a malfunction with the remote. There was a remote with it, and the settings on it was wrong. They addressed that, so that's fixed now.
Okay.
Hold on a second, let me just get caught up here, so
Yep.
that's okay. All right, very good, excellent, knocking them off, love it.
He did put a railing in the back. However,
Staircase, yeah.
the step still needs to be replaced, and there's no railings for the steps. There's 2 different sets of steps with no railings, In regards to the dishwasher and refrigerator, still not working. Trying to think if there's anything else.
The refrigerator, the temperature's right. It's just that the gauge isn't reading right, the
Yes,
digital
so
readout?
the gauge is not reading correctly, but also at times the temperature is off. At times the temperature is cold, and then at times the temperature is not cold, and then
Okay,
the
is that
temperature readings
like
are
a
off.
Defrost cycle? 'Cause some of them do.
I have no idea. I did replace the board, the motherboard, the computer board with it. I ordered it from Frigidaire. It's a manufacturer part. I replaced it, and I was able to get the refrigerator to get cold again. They're telling me that the evaporator motor and fan and blade need to be replaced, and that will solve the issue. I did put an order in for the part. I'm just waiting for it on back order. They'll let me know when it's available. So I'll replace that if it comes in myself, if I have to, just like I did the board for the fridge.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Phillips, come on up.
How you doing tonight?
Excellent, how are you?
Good, no
All right.
complaints.
So, name and address?
Paul Phillips, 89 Whitman Street, East Bridgewater.
Okay. So, Mrs. Phillips, we've been out there a couple of times. Obviously, you know, there's been some issues. As I mentioned to Mr. Garcia, we're only concerned about the occupancy code. Anything else, you guys manage that outside of this room. It sounds like we've made some headway in the list here. Do you have anything to add, or?
Yeah, for one thing, the furnace, that's new furnace, it's 2018 furnace. The whole system is 2018,
Okay.
all right? Because originally it was stated it was
The
2020.
age, it could
Right.
be
I
from the
just- I-
1800s. It doesn't matter to me, it just needs to work.
But, you know, the heat and everything's working now, so we're good there. Question I had was with the ceiling fan in the bedroom, in the baby's room. They have like a bunk bed on the top. I mean, the ceiling fan was there before, you know, it was there when I lived there.
Yep.
So it wasn't like, you know, the bunk beds were there and I installed the ceiling fan. So I don't know if I should just take it out for liability on my part, or he's gonna have to move the bunk beds. It works, I mean, it works fine now. There was an issue with the remote. Remote works fine, the ceiling fan works fine. Everything works.
Well, I can't, and the board can't offer you, you know, legal advice as
Right.
far as liability and things
Right.
like that. But what I would tell you that if it was me, and, you know, there was a ceiling fan, I raised 3 small children, and if I had, I'd be concerned if I had a child that was that close. So I think we're,
On the same page.
you know, whatever's the best solution, whether it be to, again, this is not advice, but, you know, if we can get the switch repaired in some way, shape, or form.
No, it works fine. It's all set.
It works
It's
now?
all repaired.
Okay.
So the ceiling fan, so you can
Yeah,
shut the
the-
ceiling fan off with, okay, great, all right, we don't even need to talk about that.
No, it's all
All right,
set.
so I'm gonna take the ceiling fan right out.
They have code numbers on the back there and the code setting is
Okay,
wrong.
perfect.
And the question about the electrical, it was electrical covers. There's no electrical issues. There was 2 electrical covers. One was, you know, 5 feet off the wall over a, you know, a TV like that. The other one was in the utility room, just a light cover. I put that on.
Perfect.
And then in the ceiling, there was a blank, you know, the electrical was up in the ceiling, but I put a light up in there.
Okay.
And in the movie theater room, all those holes were all set. There was no electrical wires hanging out. They were just speaker wires. So there was no.
Yeah, I kind of figured that, but I wasn't, you know, I didn't inspect it, so I wasn't
No.
sure what, you know, I know there's.
And the railing in the backyard, the
Yep.
railing is the deck is 28 inches from the ground to the very top of it. And I have a picture here if you wanted to see
Where
it.
the railing is? Because I know
It's 28 inches.
the trash can
I have a
is
picture of
high.
it right here, if you want to see it.
Okay, so let's,
So the railing doesn't have to be replaced if it's
I put
20.
one there anyways,
Okay.
but
gotcha.
It's 28 inches.
Okay. All right, so again, that's off the table.
Yes, if you, I
Where are
don't know
we
if you wanted to see
with
it.
the step?
And the only issue, and the refrigerator issue. Now,
I'm
this,
gonna circle back to that.
okay, all right. So
Now, what about, there was a step that was it the railing on the step that was the issue?
No, when you step on the step, it moves away from the deck.
Okay, so the step is not secure.
no, step is,
It's a little bouncy. It's,
Okay, could you,
Yeah.
it's 2 stairs.
yeah.
It's 2 stairs. You got one stair that goes like this, and then the deck. And then you get a flat deck, and then you get another 2
okay,
stairs that go
so
in the
Jean
middle.
Marie, is there a concern with the step and the condition that it's in?
Without the railing, yeah, you could go right up. But he got the railing and he's fine.
Okay, but the railing's been installed, is that my understanding?
I think, I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming yes.
Okay, so we can go back out and just double check, make sure that all these issues have been
Yeah,
addressed.
on the deck, I didn't need it, but I put it anyways. But on the stairs, I didn't do anything on the stairs. I thought code was less than 24 inches for a railing.
Okay,
It's a back deck. It's not the front stairs or anything. It's just a back deck.
okay, so now this brings us back to, really, if I'm going through my list here, refrigeration.
The refrigeration is, I had a refrigerator in the, he called me a couple of times on the issue with the refrigerator. I mean, all the appliances are in there. They're 5 years old. They're brand new. He has a refrigerator that's been in the basement that he brought upstairs when he brought the issue to me. So he has another refrigerator that's in the kitchen that works fine. And young lady over here, she's seen it. The white refrigerator over in the corner, it works fine. And I know code says it's gonna be like 11.3 cubic square feet, and this one's, I think it's 13 square feet, the one that's there.
Okay, so the size fits, it's 13 cube versus
Yep.
the 11, which is the code. Okay. And then, okay, so that would leave the dishwasher.
I haven't got to that yet, to be honest with
Okay.
you.
So under code, anything that had been supplied by the landlord needs to be in working condition. Now, this is not a life or death situation. We have, the tenant has, or the occupant has hot water to be able to wash the dishes appropriately. But this really is almost the last item on the bucket list.
Yeah, everything's
Okay.
done except for that.
Okay.
And honestly, I just think it needs just a reset, because it says locked on it. It's not that it's, so I
Okay.
just think it's, I don't know, I'll have to get somebody out there to take a look. I just haven't had a chance to do that yet.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it, sir.
All right, Mr. Phillips, thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Mr. Garcia, you wanted to just add a comment in there? Come on up.
In regards to the heating system, it still is leaking in the basement. The corrosion is been going on for years. I have it documented since 2020. I have been attempting to get Mr. Phillips to address this issue for years. It's now at a point where it's not operating correctly. The pipes bang. The heat is intermittent. I explained this from the onset of the situation, speaking with just the
Health inspector.
health
Jean Marie,
inspector. I have heat and hot water, but the hot water fades very quickly. So I only have a few minutes of the hot water, 5, maybe 10 minutes. The heat is coming in and out, so it'll be hot 1 minute, and then the heaters will go cold. So it's one system's calling, the other system's not. It's been doing this. This has been the situation. Mr. Phillips indicated to me that we need a new boiler. I thought the entire system needed to be replaced. He told me no, it needs a new boiler. The plumber confirmed that they ordered a new boiler. All of the fittings are corroded. We're talking brown, white, blue, green. It's all of it. It's
Our town should be called East Hardwater,
yes.
not East Bridgewater, but
But unfortunately, it's been impacting me for quite
Sure.
some time now, and I'm under the impression that it's going to be replaced and fixed appropriately, so I have appropriate heat and hot water. I don't want to run into a situation again where something else breaks and I'm out at Home Depot buying more space heaters.
Okay.
That to me is a very serious situation, 'cause I went 3 days without heat and hot water, and then she had to come out on a Monday, so it's actually 3 days without heat and hot water. So I just don't want to run into that situation again.
No, agreed. Okay.
That's it.
All right, thanks. Mr. Phillips, do you mind jumping up here for a second? So we're getting into the very cold season. And, you know, from what you've done to bring some of these up, we're obviously not going to condemn the living environment right now. But it's a very fine line that if your system goes out and your occupants are in danger, then it changes the whole conversation that we had tonight very quickly. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at, you know, bringing your system up to code or speed as soon as you can. Because in the middle of January, you know, when we're below, it doesn't take much to make it uninhabitable.
No,
And then the board has to act immediately, and that it becomes a different conversation completely. So, that's all I had, unless anything else that.
Yeah, it's just like the issues with the furnace, it's been going on a while. Finally, they fixed it out. They figured it out. It was a sensor. So they replaced
Okay.
the sensor in the valve. So the plumber told me that it's fine now. Originally, they were going to change the boiler, but right now he says it's fine. There's no issues. The only thing they got to change is the manifold, because that's all full of hard water.
Okay,
Other than that, it's, you know, everything else is fine.
dishwasher.
In dishwasher, yes.
All right.
Now, how long do I have to get the dishwasher for?
My next inspection is, you have a 30-day fix on all that stuff. That's December 28th.
Okay, so as long
I'll
as I
send
get
you out a
that.
little note just to remind you, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're all set.
Thank you, gentlemen. So right now, we are at a list of 30-day,
Yep.
correct? Okay. So I'm going to make a motion that we go ahead and reserve fines until after the 30 days. And this will give the owner and Jean Marie time to get out there and make sure that the last couple of issues are buttoned up. And then if we have to revisit, we'll revisit.
Okay.
So I'm going to make a motion that we suspend fines at the present moment. And Jean Marie, if you just follow up with a letter, so, and the reinspection date.
Yep. We already have a
Okay, so
reinspection.
that'll be a motion, Lyons. Do I have a second?
I'll second. What was the date of the inspection?
I think it's the 28th or the 27th of December. Let me just double check. December 27th at 9 a.m.
Okay, so that's a motion, Lyons. I have a second, Tom. Any further discussion? Jean Marie,
No, I'm all set.
public, board members? Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye. Aye. So that passes. Okay. All right, gentlemen. Happy holidays. We get these last couple of things knocked off.
I appreciate it, thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good night now. Okay,
Thank you.
so that closes the public hearing regarding 91/89 Whitman Street. And we're going to go back to, look at this, we're going to come in under. We're going to come back to our agenda items, which is going to be, here.
Yeah.
Is it possible to ask you a question now, or do I have to wait? Should I-
She just has to wait, the board has to.
Yeah, we've got another meeting coming right up the heels, so,
Do you want me to call you tomorrow or call you tonight?
If you could, please, it's a
Will do.
question in regards to like some of the stuff that's going on.
Yep.
And then you said I have.
Okay, I'll give you a buzz tonight.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Manny.
All right.
Um,
Okay, health agent updates. Jean Marie?
Sorry. Well, hasn't looked like it's been quiet, but, you know, other than that. Site assessment, we only did one perk at 88 Cross Street. Plans submitted, you got Walnut Street tonight. Systems under construction, we have 582 Oak Street and 18 Leo's Lane. I did some routine food inspections, and just to preface that, I've been trying the electronic inspection forms. Okay, so I did the middle school, the high school, central school, Honeydew Donuts, high-low gas, and a residential kitchen at 52 West Pond Street called Mama Nita. Housing, there's been a number of housing inspections, 4 at this place here. The only emergent public health concern we have is they've let us know that there's a hepatitis A outbreak starting in Boston. These things kind of move out. And we had 6 cases in the South Shore. We have not got it in East Bridgewater.
Okay,
But
good.
we do get people that come in for holidays, vacations, spend time with family. That kind of hepatitis is spread by food handlers. So that's where I'm concerned. So I'll keep an eye on that. I'll let you know if it pops in here. Sanitizer is not effective on Hep A. You gotta wash your hands, okay? It's one of those things that don't just head for the sanitizer, head for the sink. Flu, COVID, and SSR, that's that respiratory virus, are doubling practically every week. And we have free COVID tests with an expiration date of February, still in our office. Not too many, but enough. That's pretty much it from my end.
Okay. Sandra, anything for us?
Nope.
Okay, then I'm gonna throw out Bridge Street, where we are.
I did a draft of the whole RFP and sent it off to the procurement officer, which is down in Selectman's office.
Okay, so they're reviewing the RFP?
Yeah, putting dates in. That looks like it's gonna be a January thing,
Yep, okay.
as far as when we.
All right,
want
so
to bid.
moving forward there.
Definitely moving forward on that one.
And then, the removal of the old fence, is that
The
scheduled?
only part of the old fence left is a wooden stockade.
Yeah, I know, there's not many.
And the
there's still some
DPW
pieces
wants
out
it.
there.
They want it basically, I think, for a bonfire or something. They're
I
gonna,
don't-
take care of that.
Okay,
The only steel pieces, oh, thanks for reminding me, are the ones that are at the gate. And they may get moved because we want to move the gate back so you can pull a bigger truck in.
right, yep.
We have 2 properties on Plymouth Street that have extended their yards into town property.
I'm sorry, rephrase that?
2 properties on Plymouth Street
Yeah.
that have extended their yards onto town property,
Okay,
out in that area.
okay.
So we might have to give them a notice.
Okay. All right, so that's a definite yes. We want to make sure that,
Thanks
you
for
know, when
reminding
we're
me.
ready to go, we're ready to go. And this gets moved forward as efficiently as possible.
Right.
And then just staying on Bridge Street there, the vent tubes.
DPW indicated they
So
would,
we're going to be able to do it in-house with DPW, all perfect.
and also take
Excellent.
care of the erosion in the road.
Okay.
Same deal.
All right, very good, thank you. Our Sharps program, are we,
We're good.
we're all level set in the
all
office?
set with
Yep, we're
Okay.
good.
How about with the schools? Are we,
One of them has just one box like this.
yep,
We're good.
okay,
And I checked when I did the food inspections. I actually did a visual inspection when I was out there
Okay.
doing the foods. So we're all fine.
okay.
We're good with that.
So is that something that when you're doing your inspection, you'll collect what's there and we'll ship it out? Or how is it getting sent? Or
Generally,
Are they doing that?
Generally,
They're using the resource officer to.
she brings
bring
it
them
back,
over.
but I don't have a problem going to get it either. We'll have a shipment come in probably soon,
Okay,
January.
so we're the single
And then one
distribution point
and one in
Yes.
May.
of all the schools'
Right.
Sharp program?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Okay, that is all that I have. Does anybody else have anything? Gentlemen, ladies,
No, we're good.
team? Okay, all right, well, I will entertain a motion to close our Board of Health meeting on Monday, December 11th, 2023.
I'll make a motion to close the meeting.
Okay, motion Andrew,
I will second the motion.
okay, second Tom. Any further discussion? Other than to our 1.5 million viewers out there, happy holidays. Enjoy this time with family and friends. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So the motion passes, and that concludes our Board of Health meeting for Monday, December 11th, 2023, and that's a wrap for 2023. Thank you, everybody.